y'all, welcome back. Episode 2, season 2. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The episode is called 18. It's Jace's 18th birthday. And it's crazy because, this is the second season, of course, and we're being met with it's around Jace's birthday, because in the first season, when Jace had started playing with Ike, he had just turned 14. And so now Jace is turning 18, and now this is his whole theme about being a man, becoming a man, doing what a man is supposed to do, handling the responsibilities of a young man. So, senior year, Phil leaves Seat Pleasance, and Jace and all of them talk Phil into coming to Cedar Cove, right? We looking at Jace's room. It's giving very much like we see more things in Jace's room this season, because I feel like in the first season we didn't really get to see his room. I know for me, when I first saw Crystal's room, I immediately thought of Monica's room. Now, his room don't necessarily give me Quincy tease, but I was picking up what they was putting down. Just like in the prior episode, we saw Crystal rubbing the picture of her and Jace. It's Jace's birthday, and Jace is going through all his stuff. He still has the maze that his father gave him. So now it's 14 years after it's 14 years after Jace's daddy drew him that maze. Jace drew the NBA on the back of the maze when he turned 14. And so it seems like, the relationship between Jace, Jackie, and their father is still pretty much non-existent. The last time we saw them was when they went to Florida for nationals. He goes in his box and he pulls out a picture of him and Crystal on his birthday. And Crystal has a green balloon in the photo with Jace, which, this is going to come back. And then, when she showed up to his game for his birthday, she showed up with the green balloon. So I thought that was cute. Period. That was so cute. I was there for it. Of course, Jace has a game on his birthday. Phil asked Crystal, was she coming to the game or was she coming to the party? And she was like, no, I have a game. I think she was just saying that because, Crystal was still in her feelings about whatever it is that's going on. And she said she was not going to show up. But the night before Jace's birthday, Jace called Crystal and was like, oh, wait, I'm jumping ahead. So basically, Jace sits down with Ike, and Ike tells Jace, I have these schools that's reaching out to you, boo, 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 right? So him and Ike talk about it. Then Ike tells Jace that his father has been reaching out to him. He wants to meet with you today. And so that puts Jace in another mindset, because at this point, he can't do it. He's not there. He's very resistant. And so Ike was just like, the least you can do is go and meet with him. And then Jace feels like there's a need for him to go and sit down and talk with his father, because as a man, he needs to sit down and have a man-to-man talk with his father and let him know how he really feels, what's really up. So, also one thing that I made a note of, Jace constantly tells his mother that he appreciates what she does. And I thought that was something that was sweet. I think I mentioned that in my season 1 reviews. But I love how Jace constantly reaffirms his mother that he appreciates, everything that she has done, because she has worked hard. She has worked 2 jobs. She has grinded for the family. And it really, makes her feel appreciated, because even though Jace is on his way to where she wanted him to be, he appreciates all the sacrifices that she did make. So going back to Jace's father, Jace goes and meets with does he meet with his father? Let's see. I can't remember if he went and met with his father before he called Crystal, or he met with his father after he called Crystal. I'm thinking he went and met with his father before he called Crystal. Either way, Jace met with his father. His father gave him $100 for every year of his life. So he gave him $1,800. Of course, we know that his father has not been there for him since he was 4 years old. So it kind of messes Jace up in the head. Jace, gets over whatever it is. He decides that he has nobody to talk to, and the person he chooses to talk to is Crystal. He calls Crystal and says, hey, and she was like, what's up, Scrub? I'm happy to hear from you. I ain't heard from you in a while. It's your birthday tomorrow. Or she said something like that. And so he tells her that, my father wants to meet with me. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just so much going on. Can you please come to my game tomorrow? And then the phone call dropped. Why y'all do that? Why did y'all do that? Y'all tugged at our heartstrings like that. Okay, y'all could have tugged him a little bit, but y'all could have at least had Crystal call him back after the call dropped. You know what I'm saying? Anywho's. So then he don't call her back. She don't call him back. He called Ike after that. And so then he talks to Ike about, what's going on. And, he's just sitting on the phone with Ike, and he tells Ike he's a good dad or whatever. And so, Jace really loves Ike, and he really looks up to Ike. And, he appreciates the bond that Ike has with Catherine because, he wishes that's something he had with his dad. But going back around, because I done skipped all over my notes. I literally did a maze off my notes. I feel like did I say I feel like the AD is giving Ike the run around? I think I already talked about that. I might have talked about that in my last video. But Phil comes to the school. He has an interview with, I think, the guidance counselor. She tries to get to know Phil, see, fill him out. What's going on? What is he into? And he ends up telling her that he's interested in, pursuing a job in criminal justice. And I could see that for Phil because, the thing with his daddy being a correctional officer or security, and then his mama, being in jail for a majority of his childhood for her drug charge. And so he feels like, the system, wrongfully withheld or harshly charged his mom or whatever. So, I could see that affecting Phil, and then that igniting him to be the change that he wants to see in the future. Coach Garrett calls a reporter and tells her that Crystal was behind him getting jumped. Now, it's one thing for him to call a reporter and say, I think the players at Cedar Cove jumped me or were responsible for the beating that I took. But him specifically putting Crystal in it, again, very manipulative. Very manipulative. I don't like that because in season 1, he told Crystal how special she was, how, she had such a bright future. He tried to do things to coerce her. He was already nasty, just nasty. And then mad because some of his players from the past, some of the girls that was on the team with Crystal and Crystal testified against him. He ended up going to jail and losing everything. So now it's just a simple fact that now he's saying that she's behind it. So he knows that she's the number 1 player. He probably knows that UMD is looking at her. So with him saying that she was behind it, that can cancel her whole career, everything she worked hard for and played for. He knows that can wreck her because he's salty because of what she did. And because he feels like she probably messed up his career, everything he got going for him. But that's selfish of him. That's extremely selfish. And it really aggravated me, pissed me off, to be frank. Because I'm like, I know. Please, sir. Please, just go. Just go. What get away from us with this? You messed your own life up. Don't try to tank Crystal life because you're mad that you made the decision that you made and you had to suffer the consequences. And I think they said he was only in jail 1 year, he got 2 years probation or something. Why is he out? That man is a SO. Y'all gotta fill in the blank. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. That man is a SO, and he had no business inappropriately touching those young girls. Period. Point blank. Period. But it's just the fact that, like, not only did he try to tank the guy's career, he tried to bring Crystal down after Crystal worked hard. The trauma that she had to go through after he did that to her, and now he's trying to mess her life up some more. The girl has been through enough. The girl's been through enough, sir, please. And so, yeah. I already said all that. Jace's dad reaches out to the coach. Jace reached out to Crystal. He told her he couldn't do 18 without her. He wanted her back in her life. He missed her. Not only did Cedar Cove end up offering, they gave Ike the interim position. And it kept coming up about the interim, meaning they feel like the AD, Mr. Lawson, is setting Ike up to fail. Which I feel the same way anyway, but I'm just glad they said it. I already felt that way. But his wife was like, okay, see, I see what's going on here. And so what she did was what you're supposed to do at an event like that, work the room. Everybody always talking about networking. Everybody want to use everybody and try to use everybody to get to the next level. Okay, what's she going to do? She going to work the room, all right? So not only did they offer Ike the job as interim coach, he bought on Meg and bought on Raheem. Then his wife worked the room, and I don't want to say the lady's the dean of school, but she's like the head of the prep school. She had a conversation with her, was talking to her all night, was real down to earth with her, getting real like on her good side, planting all them good seeds. Cause like she networking, she working the room. As Ike's wife. Come to find out, she ended up offering her the DEI position at the school, the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Okay, they're at a predominantly white school. So there are kids who, are at the school who probably feel the way they want to have that sense of community. They want to make it equitable for all the students. And that's one thing that I feel like, people think that's not needed, and it's needed because everybody wants to feel like they belong when they're in an environment. Nobody wants to feel like an outcast, and there's a lot of stuff going on in today's society with the whole DEI thing, and they trying to uproot and overturn and all this other stuff. Please, y'all doing too much. But Phil has a crush on a girl who's the president of the little black club that's at the school. But she ain't checking for Phil because she feel like Phil just trying to use that to fluff up his college resume. I mean, Phil, little do she know, Phil actually joined because he thought that she was cute. Not because, he was trying to put on his resume. He just saw a girl he liked and was like, oh, well, you know how dudes do. They try to act like they interested in what you selling. They don't know nothing about what you advertising. No way. He don't know what that girl got going on at that club. All he saw was that she was cute. And so he raising his hand, volunteering for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants to actually make some change. She wants to, she wants to put more literature of color in the program because she's not feeling seen with what they're reading. She's not feeling her own experience in what they're reading. So we get on to the game the next day. It's Jace's birthday. Jackie comes home. She makes Jace pancakes. The whole Tim's music started playing. Oh my God, y'all know how to create a vibe on this show, okay? Y'all know how to create a vibe. Y'all know how to get us in the field. In the fields. Like, come on. They in the gym. They warming up. The game starts. Jace is, kind of off a little bit. Coach call him in. He rile him back up. They go back out. Jace's father is at the game. Jackie is not pleased. So Jace have a couple of good plays. Next thing you know, he dunked. How He lit. He real lit. I mean, the intensity. It's intense in there. It's up. Who comes in with the green balloon? Crystal comes in with the green balloon. Crystal walks in with her green balloon and be like, yes, Chase, let's go, Chase. Why? Here we go, back again, Chase. Crystal and Jace, I'm back. Like, I keep calling, Chase is in the room. Jace is like, she like, yeah, Jace, let's go, Jace. Yeah. And he look over. My man was blushing. I said, no, he was happy to see his woman. Yes, Jace. Okay, Jace was happy to see his woman. And so, he sees her with the balloon, okay, and it's giving montage. So we get a montage of Jace, we get a montage of Phil, we get a montage of Crystal and Jace. You know, we just get a little throwback because it's like a coming of age. Like, this is what they've been working up to. They finally at that moment. And so, you know, she's standing out, and now he really gonna turn up. Y'all know when Crystal is in the room, Jace turn up. My boy turning up. He really about to turn up now. He really going off. So time is winding down. They was down a little bit, but they done came back. They in the game now. Time is winding down. What Jace do? Jace hit the ball with the move, step back, hit the jumper. My boy bust buckets at the buzzer. Okay, period. Then he come down the court. Okay, everybody lit. What he do? Jace is not paying attention to nobody else. He over there in the corner, giving it to him. And what Crystal do? Give it back. I know that's right, Jace. Jace was just happy his woman was there at his game. Let me tell you something. I need for y'all, whenever the season come, I'm going to need for Jace to go to Crystal's game. I know Jace went to one of Crystal's games when she was playing for PG Prime, but she done been at a lot of Jace games. I'm gonna need for Jace to reciprocate that and start going to some of Crystal games. He need to take his hips over to see Pleasance. I don't know what's gonna happen in episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8, but for right now, I'm just saying he need to take his hips over to see Pleasance and go to a game. Whether Roger is there or not. Sorry, Roger. Not really. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah. Like, then, while they all in there lit, the reporter walks up to Crystal and was like, hey, Crystal, such. I was told that you may be responsible for that night when Coach Garrett got jumped. Crystal left the balloon and walked out. And that was the end of episode 2. Y'all, I'll be back for episodes 3 and 4. Whenever y'all see this, by the time y'all see this review, episode 5 will have come out. So stay tuned for all of it. We are here for the story. Watch Swagger if you haven't. It's lit, period. And pay them people. Hollywood, pay them people. Because we need a season 3. And we don't want to wait 2 years for season 3, okay? We don't. We expecting to see something in 2024, all right? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more videos.